Hi, I'm Tiffany Domina. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my website is howtoentrepreneur.org, and my mission is to help you grow a business from idea to enterprise. So if you or someone you know wants to start or grow a business, definitely stop by howtoentrepreneur.org and check out my free e-course. It's a framework to help you grow from idea to enterprise. So today I'll be doing a review of A2Hosting. And I'll be helping you to decide if this is a good hosting option for you. So we'll be talking about pros, cons, and alternatives to A2Hosting. So this is the A2Hosting site, and they're definitely one of the top of the line hosting companies out there with their speed, their performance, and their customer service. But today we'll be talking about much more details on A2Hosting and the pros and the cons. So the scenario usually goes where you're starting a business, you've been studying the market, you're learning how to get people to know about your products and services. You keep hearing about how effective internet marketing is to inform people about your business, so you decide to try it. But the problem is that you don't know where to start. You hear that you need to get a web host, you need to buy a domain name, and you need to install a content management system like WordPress, but how do you do that? Then you decide to do research to comparison shop for web hosts, and you find out about A2Hosting. So this scenario where you start out clueless about how to get started online or which hosting company to choose, this has happened to nearly everyone with a website at one point or another, and we all have to experience the learning curve and the initial shock about the expanse of the topic. So I wrote this review to help those of you who are trying to navigate the expansive world of the internet and who think A2Hosting may be a good way for you to go. So the goal of this video is to show you features of A2Hosting so you'll be able to decide if this is the best fit for you. So everyone has their preferences, and some people will tell you this is good so you should sign up, but I really want to align you with the right product fit for you, whether it's A2Hosting or whether it's another option. So in this review, we'll be talking about what it is, how it works, pros and cons, what it does well, what it does not, what others are saying, both good and bad, my recommendation, and some alternatives in case you still want to do some comparison shopping. So if at any point you decide that you want to leave the review and go and try out A2Hosting for yourself, you can start to check it out by going to howtoentrepreneur.org/A2Hosting. Again, howtoentrepreneur.org/A2Hosting. So, what you should be looking for in a web host, let's start with that, so that if I tell you about A2 or any other hosting company today, but they change in a few months and it's no longer a good service, you still know what to look for. And while that's unlikely, A2's been in business for a long time, but I still like to make sure that you're empowered and you don't just trust my word for it, but that you also know what to look for to have the best scenario for you. So first you want to look for the speed. You want to know that you're moving to a hosting company that has high-speed servers, that your website is going to load fast. You want to know about the uptime. Is your site going to be going down often? Because if you start to drive lots of traffic to your website, but then it keeps going down, then it can really be a negative against your ranking and also against your sales. You want good customer support. You don't want to have to wait on the phone for a long time, and then when you do get in contact with the hosting company, you don't want to be talked down to or treated rudely. So good customer support is going to be very important when you're making a choice about a web host. Next, you want features that will help you to maximize your presence online. Some hosting companies will offer you training. Some of them will offer you lots of support or consulting or different coaching. There's different options that hosting companies will offer to help you really maximize your presence online. Some do and some don't, but I think that's definitely an advantage and something you should look for. Number 5, security. So your property, your website content is your intellectual property, and it has a value to it. So if you it's just like if you put your business in a bad neighborhood. It's the same way if you choose a bad web host, you're really putting your content at jeopardy, and all of the value that comes along with that could easily be taken, plagiarized. It could be hacked into. There's so many different things that can happen if you put your content onto bad hosting. Number 6, you're looking for storage space. So some hosting companies only offer shared hosting. Some will offer up to dedicated servers. Depending on you need to kind of know how much storage space you would need, or to consult with the company so that they would be able to help you evaluate what would be appropriate for your situation. Typically, shared hosting is fine for most people starting out online. But as your content grows, as you start getting more and more content and traffic, then you will have to scale up that storage. And you want to find out what that would be like, what that process would be like. Is that going to be a simple increase of storage space, or what would that process be? So you're going to be looking for enough storage space for what you're trying to do online. And you also want to look for integrity. You don't want people who are going to be dishonest with you, who may be possibly upselling you when it's unnecessary, trying to do the best thing for them but not for you. So you really want to look for a company that has integrity. So choosing a web host is a big decision if you plan to invest your time creating and uploading content online, or if you plan to invest your money to pay someone else to create and upload content online. So you don't want to choose a web host based on the wrong metrics. A lot of people are choosing based on price and based on he say, she say, but really it's most important for you to choose based off of these metrics, because this is going to make sure that your intellectual property that's being stored online is kept there safely. So to read the full post that I have about how to choose a good web host, I have the link here, and I'll leave a link in the description box to this article so that you can stop by How to Entrepreneur and check out any resources that I mentioned in the video that might be interesting to you. So what is A2Hosting? A2Hosting was started back in 2001 by Brian Muthig. He was a technology professional having a background as a Unix system administrator, and he decided to transfer his expertise into his own company. When he started A2Hosting 18 years ago, he called it Equinet, and since they've rebranded. The rebranding was probably a pretty good move, right? Because I can't even say the name, Equinet. So anyway, many internet marketers complain about hosting companies who are being bought out by major publicly traded companies, because the buyout is causing smaller hosting companies to kind of disappear. They're owned by these smaller hosting companies, small businesses. It's also causing them to wipe out their support staff. It's causing increases in affiliate commissions, which is a good thing for the affiliate marketers, and it's causing a change from a good reputation into a lackluster performing business. So it's good to note that A2Hosting is privately owned and has been that way since they started 18 years ago. Their support is 100% US based, so it's not a big communication lapse if you're in the US where the business operates in one location and the support is overseas. So as a result, if you place a support ticket, the communication is quick and your problem can be solved very fast. So how does A2Hosting work? In its simplest form, website hosting is paying for space on a server to ensure your website is live for your visitors when they want to see it. So A2Hosting has a network of servers in the US, in Michigan, in Europe, in Amsterdam, and in Asia over in Singapore. And as a result, they can provide quick serving of your website data to internet users all over the world. While my preferred content management system is WordPress, A2Hosting offers WordPress hosting, and many other content management options. So if you prefer an alternative to WordPress, A2Hosting may be a good fit for you. They also host Joomla, Magento, Drupal, B2 Evolution, Concrete 5, Forum CMS, Customer Relation Management CMS, and different options. They also host e-commerce content management systems like PrestaShop, Magento, WooCommerce, and others. So there's lots of different content management system options for whichever different project you may be trying to do online. So how do you get started with A2Hosting? So if you're in the situation we described above where you're looking for a way to start your website or grow your website, and you're thinking that A2Hosting is the best option for you, you start by choosing an A2Hosting plan. So if you visit the A2 website, you can see that they have these different plans, and these are their shared hosting, their reseller hosting, their virtual VPS hosting, their dedicated hosting. So you can choose from any of these plans, and then you choose your plan by how many websites you plan to create, whether you want to share the hosting, whether you and how many different website owners you want to share it with, because shared hosting is usually where you would share the server with many people, but VPS would be a smaller number of people you would share the server with. And then if you have dedicated, then you won't share the server at all. It'll be your own dedicated server that will be managed by A2Hosting. So, and also you would choose your plan based off of whether you want turbo servers or not. So in their plans, you can see that they have with their shared plans, they have different turbocharge options so that you can have higher speed loading times. So if you're just starting out and you want to host one website, you can choose their smallest shared hosting plan, and it should be sufficient for you. If you have a larger website with more content and traffic, you may want VPS or a dedicated server. So again, you can go to my post, How to Choose the Best Hosting for You, and that can really help you to decide which one might be most appropriate for you. Then you'll be able to also see the differences. If you want more websites, you might be best off choosing their share or VPS plans, where you'll be able to host unlimited websites. Only very established sites will require dedicated servers, but if that's you, A2Hosting still has a package option that you can pick. So number 2, you would transfer your existing site. A2 has free site migration, or you can install a content management system. So A2Hosting offers free migration. So if you currently have a web host and you want to switch to A2Hosting, they make the switch very easy for you. You contact the A2Hosting support, letting them know which hosting account you'd like the site transferred to. And if you're new online, you need to buy a domain name and install a content management system. So for the ease of this tutorial, I'll explain a WordPress installation. So A2Hosting uses a 3-click website builder named Softaculous, and many of the other hosting companies also use Softaculous, so a lot of their cPanels look very similar. And a lot of their WordPress installation operates very similarly as well. So once you're logged onto your A2Hosting account, you go to Softaculous and then you would install WordPress. So number 3, you would begin customizing your site. So once you have a live site on A2Hosting, then you're all set and ready to begin customizing your site. So I added this video just to give you some ideas of how you could go about installing and customizing your site with the A2Hosting. So as far as what people are saying, both good and bad, I've compiled this review roundup so that I can give you good feedback on what other customers are saying about A2Hosting, and then you can evaluate based off of that whether this is a good option for you. So As far as their uptime and their speed test, Hosting Facts has been performing a speed test on A2Hosting since 2015, where they've purchased the domain and they publicly share their uptime and speed data. So you can actually see the results of that. I've included that into this article so you can check that out, and it's pretty good. They're doing a good job. Also, common positive feedback. A lot of the customers, after reading several of the other customer reviews, what I found is that they mention that they're very good at customer support. They always respond quickly to support tickets. They perform better than most and sometimes all web hosts on speed tests. They're versatile. Their technical support is very knowledgeable. So those are really good things to keep in mind if you're considering A2Hosting. But on the contrast, some common negative feedback that I heard or that I read was that they've had ebbs and flows where their uptime will go between 99.1% to 99.9%. And for some people, 99.1% uptime is alarming. So, majority of the time, clearly based off of the statistics, the sites are live. But there are some times when members have noted that the uptime was as low as 99.1. Now that is a minority of the time, and they even keep their uptime stats on their website. But I want to make sure to note that some members have said that. So, as far as the most helpful positive A2Hosting review, Hosting Facts has been a paying customer of A2Hosting since 2015, and their review reflects their testing on their A2 hosted sites. Here's what they said. A2Hosting page loading times came in with an average of 376 milliseconds over a period of 10 months, the highest of every web host we have reviewed, and 50+% faster than the industry average at 890 milliseconds. So that's really good, because A2, out of their tests of different web hosts, A2 is performing the best. So, as far as the most helpful negative A2Hosting review, Daryl Wilson did a review of several web hosting companies and the page speeds. He actually added a plugin. He purchased the domain on several different web hosting companies' sites, and then he added a plugin that tracked the uptime, the downtime, and the page speeds. He also added the same theme onto each one so that he would basically have a consistent test. So he showed SiteGround and DreamHost perform better on their page speed test. His experience may be different than yours, and the page speed was within seconds of a difference. But you can see all of his comparison tests right here in this video that I've included inside of the article. As far as A2Hosting prices, their shared hosting, they have 1 site hosting, 3 site hosting, and unlimited sites. And the pricing breaks down like this. So it's starting at $11.99 monthly and going up to $36.98. So let's see if that still is the case. So it looks like that is not the case. So right now their pricing starts at $3.92 monthly for a single site, and it goes up to $9.31. So right now it says 51% off. So they're having a sale. So that's also something to keep in mind. Pretty cool. So as far as their VPS hosting, they offer different VPS servers as well, and a variety of options that you can choose from if you're looking for VPS hosting. But as you can see, the price ranges from $32.99 for managed VPS with root access and $32.99 for managed VPS without root access, and then it's cheaper for their unmanaged VPS. But this is specifically for developers and those who know how to manage their own servers. And then for their dedicated hosting, they have the unmanaged servers, and then they also have their core and their managed servers. So, or their core servers with managed server with root access, and then their managed servers without root access. And both of those are $141 starting out. So, as far as my final opinion of A2Hosting, I think it's a great option for those who want to start a website or those with an existing website who want great customer service, great technical expertise supporting them, and high quality hosting service. So this is one of the hosts with the top performance and the most satisfied customers. And if you'd like to give A2Hosting a try, again, you can go to howtoentrepreneur.org/A2Hosting. Again, howtoentrepreneur.org/A2Hosting, or you can stop by and check out the links in the article. It is an affiliate link. The links in the article, many of them are affiliate links. Some of them will take you to other articles that will be additional resources to help you on your search for hosting, but some of them will be affiliate links. So if you were to click on them and go to A2Hosting site, we would receive, or I would receive, a commission as a result of that, but it will be at no additional cost to you. So as some alternatives, I want to present to you some alternatives in case you still want to do some comparison shopping for different hosting companies. So if you'd like to check out some alternatives, these are some of my top recommendations. Number one, I personally host my site at Wealthy Affiliate. They offer managed share hosting plans with very good customer service, 30 gigabytes of storage, peer-to-peer feedback and comment exchanges. They have one login where you can add the content to all of your sites, so you can you don't have to log into several different WordPress admin panels. And they have the free SSL certificate, and also in addition to their hosting, when you sign up for Wealthy Affiliate, you also get thousands of hours of recorded training and coaching on website monetization, traffic generation, and many other pertinent topics. Their hosting also comes with free site migration, access to a community of over 1 million active members on a social media style networking site, and you get live weekly internet marketing training and market research tools to help you find out which content is on demand online. So I have a full review on Wealthy Affiliate as well as a demo that you can take a look at if this is something you want to consider as your hosting alternative. For me, it's worked out very good. I've been more than happy with Wealthy Affiliate. But again, it's all about what's the best fit for you. So A2 is a good option, and Wealthy Affiliate is another great option. And then another option is WP Engine. If you are looking for managed WordPress hosting, they've tweaked their hosting offer to focus solely on providing the best support to WordPress users. So this wouldn't be an exact comparison to A2 because you cannot host other content management systems. So if you are looking to host Drupal or Magento or PrestaShop or anything like that, Wealthy Affiliate or WP Engine won't work as an alternative for that. But SiteGround is another option if you are looking for more content management systems and the ability to host those. So if you look online for best WordPress hosting companies, SiteGround is one of the most common ones that you'll see come up. A lot of people strongly rave about them. They're a very notable company, and they've been in the business for a while and providing a good stellar experience. So I've written a full review on SiteGround as well with the pros and cons, and I definitely would say stop take a look at that SiteGround review if you want to figure out if that one could be the right fit for you. So I also have a list of top web hosting companies that I recommend based off of having done the reviews, having interacted with the staff. I usually make calls and try to play around with the service to make sure that when I recommend something that it's actually going to work for you, even if it's not the solution I choose for myself. So this list is my top 6 recommended web hosts based off of the customer service and the other criteria that I told you earlier. So check out this post for the 6 recommended web hosts if you're still in the market for web hosting. So that's all I have for this video. Overall, I recommend A2Hosting. It's a great hosting option, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you want to share your experience with A2Hosting, you can also do that in the comment section below. Many other people who are considering A2Hosting would love to be able to read and know what the experiences are like of other users. So I really appreciate if you could leave your experiences below. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more like it, where I do product and service reviews, buyer's guides, and growth strategies to help you grow your business from idea to enterprise, then subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so you can be notified of upcoming videos. So that's all I have for this video, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.